Trump kind of using this interesting strategy of bringing things out at the right time. And I don't think that even half of the stuff that's come out, all the total things that he has to come out, have come out yet. I think that by November, Biden and Obama's legacy is going to be completely shattered. And this is why I feel this way. So go ahead and bring up that tweet, please. I don't know if y'all heard, but what everybody has been saying is that Joe Stein stole a bunch of votes in the swing states, and that's why Trump actually won. And that the reason that they have Biden is because, you know, Biden is supposed to bring in new, exciting energy that helps bring in those fringe voters in the swing states. Yeah, so about that, everybody. In the swing states specifically, Biden is getting his ass handed to him. Oh, let me pull it up real quick.
The new Battleground State CNN poll.
There was a Battleground State CNN poll that said that Trump is winning 52% to 45% plus 7. Now, these states include Arizona, Colorado, Florida, Georgia. Is that Maine?
Maine, Michigan, Nevada,
all the M's, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Mexico, North Carolina, Ohio, PA, VA, and Wisconsin. Okay, so my thing is, if you are a goddamn Democrat who's supposed to attract swing voters, that's in, like you got to be able to win Pennsylvania. It's a Democratic state. Effectively, it's been a Democratic state. Wisconsin, you can't even come out ahead of Wisconsin right now. What's crazy to me about this whole thing, we talked about it before, but I'm gonna talk about it again because it's necessary to talk about. You're in the middle of a pandemic, you can't beat Trump. We're in the middle of a depression, you can't beat Trump. 3 million people just filed for unemployment, you can't beat Trump. You've been having the narrative on your side. Russiagate, you can't beat Trump. Impeachment, you can't beat Trump. Obamagate, you can't beat Trump. You spied on him, can't beat Trump. What? If you can't beat Trump with all of that, please explain to me, somebody, how the hell Joe Biden is going to be able to beat Donald Trump in November.
Because I'm going to pass this over to Fiorello, but let me just say this real quick. They never go after Trump for the real reasons to beat him in the ways they can beat him. It's all hogwash bullshit. And the reason why they can't attack him on the real issues is because they're complacent on them themselves. Sorry, Fee, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, basically, they just don't, they are arrogant, and they think that, and I've talked to a few people who are Democrats, and they really believe that it's enough that Donald Trump has mishandled the coronavirus, and he has mishandled it. But
every single politician in Washington has mishandled it, but that doesn't make him special.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Like every single congressional politician, and her too. Like they have absolutely mishandled the coronavirus. Like they haven't given the people anything. They've been grandstanding. The Democrats have been grandstanding. The Republicans have been, like Mitch McConnell, have been awful. And then anybody that has any sense, like Donald Trump even offered, he said, I'll approve UBI. That's fine. But Mitch McConnell won't. So it's like we're stuck
Nancy Pelosi
here.
Won't either.
Of course. But that's the thing. Both parties have failed the American people. But you're supposed to be the working people's party, Democrats. You're supposed to be giving people things. Where is your leverage? Where is your fight? You're not doing shit. And Joe Biden is instead being hidden because he's incapable of forming sentences. He's having everybody from Hillary Clinton to his wife to his surrogates speak for him. There is absolutely nothing that Joe Biden is giving the progressive movement. It's a joke, as we just discussed. So how are they going to win? They're not going to win. They're going to lose in a landslide. And I don't know why people can't see it. There are still people out there who think, because Trump has mishandled the coronavirus, it's sinking him. Really, he did such a terrible job. You have no idea what's going on in the Midwest and what's going on in a lot of these southern, more rural states and these swing states where Trump is not necessarily the most popular, but he's definitely more popular than what Joe Biden has. And now Joe Biden has all these things coming after him. And then the Obama legacy has all of these things being shoved out and put out there. And so it's going to be really difficult to win for Democrats. And we've seen it in Wisconsin. We've seen it in California recently. Democrats are losing, and they're going to continue to lose. And I'm so happy because hopefully by this point, people can see that by running a freaking moderate like Joe Biden, you're not going to get anything. You're not going to get shit.
Whoa. You're being a little bit charitable there.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Republican.
Thank you. Go ahead, Pasta.
Do they ever really want to get rid of him? Oh, you really want to get rid of Donald Trump? Let's impeach him on the emoluments. Oh, we can't do that because we're guilty of that too. Nancy Pelosi, Adam Schiff. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody in Congress.
Yeah, I mean,
foreign policy. They don't really go after him on that.
Why don't we get him on illegal coups in Venezuela and Bolivia? Oh, we can't do that because we greenlit that ourselves. People like Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Chuck Schumer. Oh, why don't we hit him on his tax cuts? The big tax cuts. No. We want that too because then our friends make that money. So we're not going to talk about that. We'll go after him for stupid shit. He fired Jeff Sessions. There were more people protesting for Jeff Sessions getting fired than there were Donald Trump's tax cuts that really hurt the little guy.
He's sexist and racist, but there you have Joe Biden, Mr. Crime Bill, Mr. Anita Hill, Mr. Tara Reid.
Daniels.
Well, millions of Americans are going to lose health care under Trump. Didn't millions of Americans lose health care under Joe Biden? And he made it very clear that he's going to bring the mandate back, by the way. So it's actually going to be a worse health care plan under Biden. Because
veto Medicare for all. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he said he would veto Medicare for all. In fact, under Biden, there would have been no free testing and free treatment for the pandemic or for the coronavirus because he's against any type of universal Medicare allocation of funds. So,
but he would have strengthened Cobra, Niko.
But he's better in the environment.
Yeah.
How?
He's better with labor.
That's what the question I ask.
They say he believes in science. I say, oh, so that makes it all the more pathetic that he completely ignores it as he greenlights fracking every fucking where he is. Just like his son died of cancer, and yet he spent most of his damn time as vice president making sure other countries did not lower the cost of cancer drugs.
Yeah.
Or he would leverage our power against them.
Ukraine.
Huh?
Burisma was fracking all in Ukraine.
Burisma was fracking all in Ukraine.
Even in Ukraine, he took fracking money in the beginning of his campaign run. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, where was he? Where was he during Standing Rock?
Look at Trump profiting off of his office and putting his kids in position. Oh, okay. Damn. And don't go there. Good God. Please don't go there. At least Trump's family were actually businessmen before they went into business. They took a crackhead and put him on the damn board of an energy company of an entire country. Come on, bro.
Yeah. And publicly fired the attorney going after them. The publicly fired the person investigating him. You're not getting that money until you get rid of this guy who's investigating my son's company.
Yes, it's.
And what do you know?
Man, it's just crazy to me because from the very beginning, we weren't the only ones who said this, but. We knew that there was always a possibility that because Kamala got taken out the way she did, that it was always going to be Biden next. We were like, it's the stupidest possible move, and that's exactly why that's going to happen. So, and it did happen. But we always said, now understand, you cheat Bernie this time, you cheat these other progressives this time, because the other progressives, even though there are different variations of progressives, you cannot argue that all of them, Yang, Marianne Williamson-Tosi, and Bernie, had been cheated. There was rigging that took place, and they were all victims of this in various forms. We said, you cheat them. Not only are you going to lose again, but it is going to be the worst ass whooping that you have ever gotten, at least in modern history. And there is no going back to the Democratic Party after this. And they didn't listen. Yeah, here we are. All the most, like, the only person who's kind of disappointed me as of late, even though she was impressing me for a while, was Marianne Williamson. All of a sudden, she started, like, voter shaming people for over Biden, even though she was the one saying, like, hold up, don't vote for him, like, initially. So I don't know what made her change her mind. But, like, there's absolutely nothing that you can say to me about Donald Trump negatively that I can't then say, yeah, well, Biden is actually worse in that department. So we're like, you can't, I just don't see, like, it is scary to me, I guess, because we have so many down ballot progressives running in close primary states that honestly would not be able to win otherwise. It's just the way the world is right now. And those people are going to suffer. They're not going to win. And I hate to be so blunt about it. I hope that fucking AOC gets her comeuppance. I really do.
That's the thing, though. These progressives like AOC and the electeds, the whole squad, haven't endorsed people like Shahid Buttar. They haven't actually she endorsed Sema Hernandez's opponent, for crying out loud. Like, they're not endorsing the progressives. Like, your whole fucking job was to get there and be in opposition to the party and endorse progressives and stand up to Nancy Pelosi. And instead, they're capitulating entirely to protect their positions. I get it. But really, where does that get you? It doesn't. It gets you completely pushed out from the progressive movement, and you're still never going to be on the same level as the corporate Democrats because they don't want you and they're never going to accept you.
Remember Boehner crying? Remember Boehner crying because the Freedom Caucus made him cry? It's like he's you know, him and Obama would reach a deal and he'd have to go back and try to sell the Freedom Caucus. And they're like, screw you. We're here to overturn shit and shake things up. He would cry. I was looking forward to seeing Nancy Pelosi in tears going, the squad, I resign. That's what they should have made her do. Instead, they're Mama Bear's cub.
Mama Bear. Oh, man. Mama Bear.
Fuck outta here.
She's been revolutionary on climate change according to AOC. Like, once again, this is why I can't, like, you can't, AOC it has really bad political instincts. Her one good political instinct was, I'm just going to kiss Bernie's ass and ride his coattails as far as I can. That's the only, and but that's not a hard strategy to come up with. Literally, we've seen how many people do this and literally become rich from doing it. So it wasn't like it was a you know, some epiphany. It wasn't some great strategy by AOC. She just rode a wave. But like when it comes to anything else, she's trash. She has no idea how to read a room, and her following, her security is riding on fumes right now. I know people see the retweets and things like that, and they think no, I see more and more people every day questioning her. More and more progressive blue checks questioning her. More and more people who had elevated her. I mean, hell, we were all really big fans of AOC. But I mean, me and Pasta were probably a little bit more hard on her than Fiorella was eventually. But then Fiorella, when she said, "I'm gonna give her one more chance," because we try to be as judicious as possible. We don't. By the way, we don't engage in cancel culture. If she introduces good legislation, then we'll celebrate it. But we've been saying that for the last year and a half. Goddamn. Like, introduce the good legislation and we'll celebrate the shit. But she hasn't done that. But then when the other good legislation is introduced, she's silent. When it's time to fight the hardest battles there are to fight, she's silent. And so, and then when you see her team up with Biden, and this is my point, there's no way you want to win. You don't care about winning for the movement. You don't care about taking over the Democratic Party. You don't even care about substantively challenging Republicans. Not substantively, not on the actual merits of the issues. That's not what they're about. They're about maintaining the status quo. The Republicans have an easier job because their goal is to maintain the status quo too, but they're about pretending to be opposition, but then when it comes down to it, ultimately folding and voting in favor of whatever the hell the Republicans introduced. And that's just the facts. So, sorry, Biden. It looked like you're going to get your ass whooped. Look, 4 more years of Trump is not something I was looking forward to, but populists and progressives have been prepared for it. Because we told y'all in 2016, we weren't playing with y'all no more. And y'all took it, we gave y'all an inch, you took a mile. Cool. So we broke down the side of the road now. We gonna wait for the next people to come by and pick us up. If you like that segment of Mikasa Sukasa, don't forget to like the video and smash that subscribe button. Want access to members only live streams, behind the scenes footage, and other premium content? Well, you can endorse us on Rockman Premium, become a patron through Patreon, or you can sign up for the MCSC Premium membership through YouTube. All the links are in the description below. But hey, more than anything else, always remember,
find your balance.
Find your balance.
Find your balance.
Find your balance. Find your balance.
Find your balance. Find your balance.
Always remember, more than anything else, find your balance.